Howard, you do a seminal multicultural series of research studies, and the census is just coming out. Can you talk a little bit about your findings in the most recent study?
Uh, Absolutely. Yes, we have an annual forum themed multicultural media for multicultural America. We've been working on this topic since the mid 90s and developed this forum that's now, we just had the 11th annual forum, so the first was in the year 2000, with the launch of with the publishing of the previous census. And our thesis is focused on the media, focused on pay television, focused on video, and the major hypothesis that drives this forum from the beginning is that America's urban markets, urban multicultural markets, African American, Hispanic, Asian, are cable and broadband's most valuable customers. Earlier in our forum was focused on pay TV as a category per se, and then the skews towards these markets were clear. We brought that message to the industry. We were helped by a publication of the 2000 census, and the industry has actually also grown in that direction and has invested heavily in urban marketing. Our latest forum, just to fast forward to where most of your readers are probably familiar, is focused on multi-platform media for multicultural audiences, and basically was a forum about how America's African American, Hispanic, and Asian markets are using and actually over-index on, and the kind of content they use on multi-platform media. Multi-platform meaning, of course, traditional linear television, on-demand and DVR television, broadband television, and mobile television. And of course, the vertical of multicultural marketing and research remains constant. The topic areas progress with the technology and with developments in the general market.
So, in terms of the trends, what have you seen in terms of differences between the 2000 census and the 2010 census?
It's not so much difference. It's more confirmation. Is that the 2010 census shows two things. Number one, that multicultural audiences are very close to majority status, whereas the 2000 showed that they were on the road to majority status. The 2000 census, the other difference, or the other, it's not so much difference, but linear trend in it, is that the 2000 census focused on where the concentrations of multicultural markets are, and those basically the major urban centers. And the 2010 census shows tremendous growth in the secondary U.S. Markets, Alabama, the Carolinas, even Idaho, Nevada, etc. So it's a spreading phenomenon. Implication-wise, whereas their importance as segmented markets to pay attention to potential business growth and opportunity in these markets and to recognize their identity in your marketing and content. Now we have to scratch our heads a little more and say maybe all of our media and marketing needs to reflect this multicultural mix. So one was exposing the segments and their importance. The other is realizing that multicultural America is America, which the 2010 census, its data has been released on 35 states now, and it's basically taking that shape, that the major marketers, programmers, media in this country the next decade will be this increasing recognition that this is what America's all about, both in terms of population and in terms of its actual culture, what the real roots of American culture is.